lifelong record of providing dedicated service to this nation. Having worked his way up from the enlisted ranks to full colonel, he served our country for more than 32 years. He has served as a bomber squadron commander, bomb disposal technician, Joint Chiefs of Staff Operations Officer, assisted the National Security Team with the campaign plan for the global war on terrorism. He authored the first theater nuclear war plan and served as the Vice Commander of America's largest airborne intelligence wing. Colonel Rob Maness is a true American hero. This is Rob Maness Live.
That said, this is almost 6 years ago exactly now as of this video. I had not spoken to him in person or on social media. He started the conversation. You know what he said? 3 words. You are terrific. Now bear in mind, this is back before I was blessed with the followership I have now. I had fewer than 10,000 followers on Instagram, very small Facebook presence, wasn't even on TikTok at the time. But the fact of the matter is, this young man, this leader of Turning Point USA, reached out to me and saw something I had done. And he felt so moved that he reached out to me himself to encourage me. And then he went a step further. He invited me to the BLS, which is the Black Leadership Summit Turning Point USA was putting on in Washington, D.C. I told him, transparently, I was in between jobs and didn't have the money to fund my trip. He told me that they had scholarships available and to email him directly and he'd be able to take care of it. I did, and that's the story of how I got to be a part of the Young Black Leadership Summit, which was instrumental in springboarding me to where I am today. Now, I share that story because he didn't have to do that. And if he was a racist person, why would he do that? I'm so tired of people being besmirched by the tired liberal lie that anyone they don't like has to be some sort of racist. And I'm not immune to this. They call me racist myself. Of course, it's ridiculous on its face, but this is the nonsensical nature of your average leftist. They really want you to believe deep down Charlie Kirk hated all black people. He saw the best in everyone. He saw in me something I didn't even quite see in myself at the time, and he chose to encourage me. That is why I will literally and metaphorically pick up that mic and continue the work that he started, because I myself and many others are tired of being slandered and maligned by individuals who have nothing to sell us but fear, panic, and lies 24/7. I had to share that story with you. I thought about keeping that to myself, but the more I see him being typecast as some sort of evil person, the more I cannot be silent, and I hope that you will not be silent as well. It is time for action like never before. It is time for voices to rise like never before, and I hope you will join me in that effort. So that is the real Charlie Kirk, the one they don't want you to know, but the one I will continue to remember and honor with my actions into the future. So those are my thoughts. Hopefully you share, and hopefully you get busy as well, because we all have microphones to pick up, and we are all Charlie Kirk.
Welcome back to More War Monday. The Rob Maness Show is live on Worldview Tube and our X Spaces simulcast. We must continue to engage in the war for the truth. We support efforts to honor Charlie Kirk in order to knock down the lies everywhere. And folks, 10 days ago, the Military Times published an article stating that motions to honor Charlie Kirk by members of the Air Force Academy's Association of Graduates had been withdrawn, implying in the article the withdrawal was under pressure from members opposing the idea, presumably because they believed he was racist and a controversial figure instead of the strong patriot and man of faith that he was. President Donald Trump appointed Mr. Kirk in March to join the Academy's Board of Visitors. It's a very important group that meets several times a year to provide advice on issues including curriculum, student morale, and academic methods. And when I saw the article, I reached out to a member of the AOG board and got an immediate response. Fake news. And my guest today is retired Lieutenant General Rod Bishop, United States Air Force. General Bishop held many key positions throughout the U.S. Air Force, where he commanded airmen at every operational level, including 2 squadrons, an operations group, an airlift wing, a numbered Air Force, and Air Command Europe, while also completing numerous strategic Air Force and joint assignments throughout the Department of Defense. He is chairman emeritus of Stand Together Against Racism and Radicalism in the Services, otherwise known as STARS. You can find them at stars.us. And he is the Air Force Academy Association of Graduates board member that submitted the motions to honor Charlie Kirk. General Bishop, sir, welcome back to the Rob Maness Show. It's been too long.
Hey, Rob. So good to be back with you.
Yeah, I was researching for this show. I went back to our very first visit together over 4 years ago
Wow.
about this very issue.
Pretty much.
The issue of getting people framed and smeared so that their reputations are difficult to hold up in the public. And I appreciate you coming on.
Well, very good. I look forward to as you accurately painted Charlie Kirk did in his life, getting the truth out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, sir, let's remind everybody, if you don't mind, just why STARS was started. I think that's a very important piece of the story. And then how you came to be a member of the board of directors and the Association of Graduates, because those two are linked, aren't they?
They are very much so. STARS was started because our football coaches put together a 3-minute video in which Black Lives Matter, the slogan of the organization, was essentially chanted 7 times in that 3-minute video. We engaged with the superintendent over a period of like 3 months, trying to get him to understand that that issue was going to be divisive. Unfortunately, standing up against that infusion of basically Marxist ideology is seen to be divisive rather than the other way around. Black Lives Matter, I think, as we all know, they told us they were Marxists. They're against the Western nuclear family. They're looking to overturn capitalism. Why a military academy would allow its coaches to chant that slogan is beyond me and thousands of other cadets. So we stood up STARS. And then, fast forward, we eventually got the video down, but we saw elements of critical race theory, DEI, creeping in, not only to Air Force organizations, but across the services. And then some of our younger supporters said, hey, take on the vaccine mandate, will you? This is illegal. And we initially just shrugged our shoulders, hey, you're in the military.